Yo, what is up guys, ShinobiEevee here back again on another video for you guys, and today, finally, ladies and gentlemen, we're back again with more Clash of the Elite, and for today, we're going to be doing, at long last, Season 2, and we're finally going to try and catch up, bro. We're going to try and catch up. I know Season 3 is out right now, and I'm pretty sure, if I'm correct, Season 2, if I do what I did before, and I kind of just, collect all the information as I go, and I just bazinga just grind this out, we might be able to start getting to Season 3 and catch up. But either way, I'm going to try and enjoy Season 2 as much as I can, because it's my first time watching it, especially with Season 1 being more of a recap for me. Season 2, I'm definitely in the dark of what's going on here. I haven't seen any of this yet, compared to Season 1, where I've seen some of it, but I didn't remember a lot of it. So, without further ado, if you guys do enjoy the video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I've been seeing you guys have been enjoying my content I've been making for the past couple of days, or the content that I have been able to put out, because, my arthritis has been really screwing with me, so the only thing I have really been able to do is post a couple of Bleach edits and shorts that I've made in the last couple of days, or like a Sword Online one that I've done, as far as shorts, dude. I don't like doing shorts as often, but they're fun to do every once in a while. We're at 390 subs right now. Goal is to try and hit 1,000 before the end of the year. Let's get there, and without further ado, let's get straight into this. Remember to keep a clear head in difficult times. Man, Clash of the Elite second season, I can't believe we're finally here, man. Cannot believe it. Are they still on the boat, though? No, they're not on the boats. They're back already. Never mind.
I have news. The special exam results. After spending an entire week on a deserted island, the winners were...
Class D.
Yeah, Class D won that shit, bro.
Yes.
Ayanokoji the GOAT.
How will you overcome this next challenge? Ayanokoji.
Yeah, they all know it's because of him, too. They all know it's because of him. Rikita knows because he told her, and she already knows something's up with the teachers know something's up with him. This man is GOAT status.
That man who called me,
His
who
father,
I'm
man.
Sure you figured out by now is your father, said someday
He's rebelling against his dad, man. He's rebelling against his dad by doing what he's doing. And it's working so far.
Everything humans do is in service towards some goal. Indeed.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. We're finally here for Season 2. And they're still on the boat. Yep, I knew it. Oh boy, here we go. You already know the Sim Squad is nearby. Yep, I called it.
What I call a summer
The Sim Squad is always nearby, bro. Sakura's best girl, I don't care. Oh, and then there's this dude, bro. Mr. Freaking... Oh, fucking, what would you name him? Like, Mr. Naruto Ninja Jump out here, bro. We still haven't figured out the beef between these two.
Must be nice.
That must be nice.
You busy? I was wondering. A couple of us are gonna get lunch if you wanted to join us.
I'm good, thanks.
We gotta learn more
What if
about
it was just
Ayanokoji's
you and me?
past. We gotta learn more about his
I
past.
get the feeling Kadoizawa wouldn't be too happy with that.
Hirata! There you are. Ready to go?
Karuizawa. Hey, so mind if Ayanokoji comes along?
Do we have to? He's always so gloomy. He'll just bring the whole mood down.
He's out. He already knows.
We have an important announcement.
Oh, great. Now what?
Special examination will begin shortly.
What?
All first-year students on board will receive an email from the school administration.
They going right off the rip and they just...
Ensure that you read it carefully and follow the instructions.
Never let your guard down,
Before
bruh.
the special exam, make sure you arrive at your assigned room at the time indicated below.
Students who are more than 10 minutes late may be subject to penalties. Looks like I have no choice. Come to room 504 by 6 p.m. today.
Oh boy. They already off the rip. They just got off the island. They already aren't doing... They are not wasting no time. I would not recognize either one of these guys.
Yukimura and Sotomura.
I was wondering who else was gonna show up. After Ayanokoji, there's one spot left.
Something doesn't feel right. Yeah.
We're waiting on the last person to get here.
And there's a guy in 1A from here? Class A? So they got one person from Class A and 3 from Class D. Who's the last one? Ain't no shot.
Ew, seriously? Don't tell me I'm stuck in a group with you guys.
Enough chatter.
You gotta be
Hurry up
kidding
and
me.
take your seat.
Whatever.
Man, out of here with that bullshit. Just tell us what the test is.
What's got her so upset?
Now that
That's a good
everyone's
question.
here, I'll explain the rules of the special exam. All first-year students will be split into 8 different groups, each named after a planet in the solar system.
Okay.
You all will be part of Mars.
So they're Team Mars.
Every group will include students from each of the classes.
There are 14 people in each group.
We have to work with Class C?
Plus 3 for Class A and Class B. But aren't we
Class C is gonna sabotage.
For this test, we're no longer students of Class D, and instead, we'll be acting as members of the Mars group. Our test results will go towards the group's overall score. The exam will last for 4 days, with day 3 set aside for everyone to rest. At 8 a.m., the school will send out an email to one member of each group, who will then be the VIP.
Okay.
2 times a day, the group will meet up and have a discussion, and try to find out the VIP's identity.
Ooh.
After the
So this is like. Sorry I'm pausing so much. I know there's a lot of people when they be commenting talking about I be pausing too much sometimes, so I'm gonna try not to pause as much when it comes to stuff like this. So this is basically the island test, but they're on the boat now.
sixth discussion ends, everyone will mail their answer to the school. Each person can only submit one guess. For obvious reasons, the VIP isn't allowed to send in an answer.
Obviously.
Let's see. It says here there are 4 scenarios. In case 1, if everyone in the group, aside from the VIP and their classmates, correctly guesses the VIP's identity, then all members of the group will be awarded 500,000 private points, and the VIP will receive an extra 500,000 points.
Okay.
Whoa, that's crazy.
So the VIP gets 1,000,000 points?
That's nuts.
2. 1 or more people aside from the VIP and their classmates fails to submit an answer in time or guesses incorrectly. If this happens, then only the VIP will be awarded 500,000 private points.
Okay.
So that's how it is. Case 2 represents the scenario where the VIP keeps their identity hidden, and if they succeed, they'll be the only person in the group to get points.
Oh, this is gonna be
Just so
tricky.
you know, you don't have to wait until the end. You can attempt to expose the VIP at any time. Of course, that scenario is covered by cases 3 and 4.
Everything he said is true. According to this, answers will be accepted
What's case
at
3?
any time during the testing period. Regardless if answers are submitted early or at the end of the last day, any incorrect answers will result in a penalty.
So you don't want to just throw out answers
Someone other
haphazardly.
than the VIP emails the school before the end of the last day and correctly guesses the VIP's identity. In that case, that person's class will have 50 class points added to their total.
Okay.
That student will be awarded 500,000 private points, and the testing for that group will immediately end.
So that's best case
However,
scenario.
correct answers from students in the VIP's own class will be declared invalid.
Yeah, that
and
makes
the
sense.
exam will continue.
That makes sense.
And case 4. Someone other than the VIP emails the school before the end of the last day, but incorrectly guesses the identity of the VIP. If that happens, then that person's class will have 50 class points.
So that's the
deducted from their total.
scenario 4 is the one we don't want to
The
do.
VIP will be awarded 500,000 private points.
Scenario.
Furthermore, their class will have 50 class points added to their total.
And the moment the incorrect answer is received, the testing for that group will conclude.
Oh, it says here if the wrong answer comes from someone in the VIP's class, their answer is invalid and won't be accepted.
So only class scenario 1 and 3 look like the ones you want to do.
Honestly, I still don't really understand what's going on.
I'm in the same boat.
Class scenario 1 and 3 is what you want.
I'll explain it to both of you.
Scenario 1.
Don't bother the teacher over it.
Last thing, the school is committed to protecting our students' anonymity. After the special exam is over, we'll take steps to make sure that only your group's final results and class-wide point changes are announced.
That's
What
good
about the
because
VIP's
if they don't do that,
That will remain secret, along with everyone's answers.
yeah, because if they don't do that, then you're gonna have people with grudges.
So weird.
It
You-
seems there are 4 ways this can play out. What a pain.
The VIP is identified, then the whole group answers correctly and wins.
If on the last day of the test, at least one person guesses wrong.
Class C about to be up some bullshit.
Someone betrays the group and wins points for
Yeah,
their
he's gonna.
And the final possibility, someone betrays the group, but their guess turns out to be wrong. They're evaluating our thinking, which students will be able to accurately analyze the situation.
Yeah, Ryugen looks like he's about to be the one to try and betray some people up in here.
This special exam is all about anticipating how others will act and manipulating their actions to your benefit.
Yeah, and based on what we've seen,
Annoying.
that's his specialty. We already seen how ayanokoji likes manipulating other people. He does it flawlessly.
It's almost time.
Yeah.
And here we go.
I got the same message. That's a shame. Neither of us were selected as VIPs.
Oof.
Agreed. This limits our options.
What do you think of this whole thing? The special test, I mean.
It depends on how the VIP approaches it. That said, I've come up with a few ideas for how we can win.
Oh, you already know it. You already knew.
You
already know this man already got some stuff cooking, bro.
Sure. I am curious to see how you handle things with your group. Do you need my help?
No, thanks. I'm fine. Anyway, I wanted to ask you, is there anyone you're wary of in the other classes?
what a coincidence.
Nah, here we go. This
I join you
dude, bro. I knew it.
Susan, eh?
Oh,
You're the
God.
VIP, are you?
I wouldn't tell you even if I was. Really. Who would freely give away that kind of information?
I would if you just asked. But I couldn't care less about that. What I want to know is how you managed to pull off that stunt on the island. Based on Ibuki's daily reports, you did absolutely nothing from beginning to end.
It's laughable how much you trusted those. I mean, she struggled to beat me even when I was sick. So.
Then how about a rematch right here and now?
Man, you don't want that
Being
smoke.
honest, the way you guys won wasn't all that special once you understand it. That said, few people could have come up with that plan and actually pulled it off under those conditions.
He knows it's
Certainly not
ayanokoji.
something a straight-laced little girl like you could have cooked up, Susan.
Sorry to burst your bubble, but it was my idea. You see, the truth is, ayanokoji over there is the closest thing I have to a friend. Though he's so useless, I wouldn't rely on him for anything.
The kind of bottom feeder I'd expect from Class D.
Delete that picture!
This'll be a fun game. I can't wait to find out who's pulling your strings.
He knows
You can't
something's
hide in
up.
the shadows forever. I'll drag him out.
Why are you so obsessed with the students from Class D?
You're just a bunch of new toys. I know what the other classes can do. They aren't a threat to me.
You've suddenly become the woman of the hour.
Oh, spare me. All this is your fault.
I see. The more they pressure her, the more she wants to fight back. Seems there's nothing for me to worry about then.
What
He's
now?
like, first scenario's gone,
It's
bro.
nothing.
First scenario, he's like, alright, so I can start putting my plan into motion. You already know he's cooking something up right now, bro. Oh, God. And then you got, once again, the Class C members are going to sabotage the fuck out of this. See, the problem is even though they're supposed to think as a team because they're like they got them selected as planets and whatnot, the grudges between Class C and D, or just Class C and everybody, is going to fuck all this up. And then who knows what Class A is trying to cook up. The closest thing they got to an ally is Class B. And even then, you can't trust them completely either, because they're also trying to win some shit. So, yeah. Here we go.
All right, let's get started. Let's go around and introduce ourselves. After all, the instructions specifically mentioned it.
I don't see the point in wasting our time with introductions.
Called it.
We're not here to make friends with each other.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I guess I can't force you. to
People
participate.
already...
Although, it's entirely possible that the school put a bug in this room.
That's a good point.
And you know how the school is about their rules. If you don't play along, you could get punished.
True. True. The school does do that.
Thanks so much.
Ichinose sees the initiative. Interesting.
And he's just gonna watch and observe and then make his plan as it goes.
If anyone has any objections to that, please let me know. I won't mind.
So that's how she's playing it. If anyone here objected, they'd basically be volunteering themselves. The moderator gets to lead the discussion, but they risk revealing too much. It's safer to let her lead.
Well, since I don't see any objections, I guess I'll accept the position. To start with, let's all get
It's crazy the amount of mind games that can go into something as simple as this.
Does anyone have any questions? Great. Then I have a proposal.
Like, a lot of people are not going to be talking a lot because they're not trying to reveal too
All of us
much.
to work together. In other words, I say we should try to aim for case 1. That way we can all win points.
Yeah, but some people don't want that.
Obviously, yes. It's a no-brainer.
Naturally, we're in agreement.
I'm on board. This is a good chance to earn more points, and it'll be easier to cooperate.
Right you are. We'll overcome this challenge post-haste.
Jeez, could you get me weirder?
Sorry. Unfortunately,
Yep,
Class A
I
has
knew it.
decided not to participate in any discussions.
I knew some. Out of everybody, I didn't think it'd be Class A. I thought it'd be Class C.
Wait, they're saying no?
I don't get why, though. It doesn't make any sense for them to try and go against it. They get more points, but then again, they might have a different goal in mind. Because at the end of the day, there are scenarios 3 and 4 that could really be like,
Why?
you know, just get their class points and not the whole entire team.
Don't worry, it's nothing personal. I promise you. It's just that the safest and most certain way to win is for Class A to abstain from any discussions during the special exam.
Katsuragi's idea, I'm sure.
But with
Probably.
that strategy, you're basically making sure only the VIP walks away with points.
Yep, and that's what they
Tell me,
want.
What is the worst possible result from this test?
Let's see. I guess if someone figured out the VIP's identity and then betrayed the group.
Pretty
Close,
much.
but not quite. The worst case scenario in this test is if someone tries to betray the group and guess early, but submits an incorrect answer and loses class points.
In order to avoid that, you're withholding information to ensure that case 2 occurs. That conservative strategy might seem like it's the safest route, but ignoring the VIPs could create a point disparity between the classes.
And that's what
You
they
can't be
want.
sure how they decided who the VIPs were going to be.
That's what they
And
want,
if,
though.
through a stroke of luck, most of the VIPs were from one class.
Hamaguchi's got a good point. Without knowing the class distribution of the VIPs, Class A's strategy would be too dependent on luck. But he's forgotten something very important. The school's policy.
Fairness for all classes. As you know, our school goes to extreme lengths to adhere to that doctrine, even in these tests. Because of that, I'm confident that there is an even distribution of VIPs all across the classes.
No, most likely.
Makes sense.
There's probably one VIP per
Very
class.
compelling arguments. Although, executing your strategy...
There's probably one VIP per class, which means that Class A is going to try and find the VIP so that they can get their points individually. That's what they're trying to do in order to get Scenario 2 to get to work. And that everybody else gets basically jacked. I see what they're playing at.
From Class A gets greedy, or lets any info slip out.
Not gonna happen. We completely trust each other.
Sounds to me like it'll be less of a hassle.
Well, what do you think, Yukimoto? Perhaps it would be better to go along with them.
Now nobody wanted to do
Doing
nothing.
nothing would be easier. However, I can't help but feel this strategy gives Class A an advantage.
That's
over
the
other
point.
classes.
Sorry, I'm not following what you're saying.
By forcing a Case 2 result, you're making students from other classes lose a chance to catch up.
Well,
That's the whole point.
Major
I called it.
downside with your strategy is that no one can earn class points to raise their class ranking.
Except for
If you
them.
wanna talk about class points, your plan doesn't help the lower classes either.
You're wrong. It does help. You see, the Mars group has 4 members from classes C and D, but only 3 from classes A and B. In other words, if we can get the Case 1 result, classes D and C on the whole will each be awarded an extra 500,000 private points.
That may be true. But hold on. Going with your idea would also be disadvantageous for your class.
A small price to pay. This works out better for us than letting you do whatever you want.
True.
After all, if the VIP was from your
That
class,
is true.
only you would win.
That's literally the scenario they're trying to go for. I calling it.
That was well done.
They're trying to go for the scenario where only Class A wins.
Class A was aiming for.
Doesn't matter. Class A's strategy remains unchanged. We won't participate in the discussion.
Yep, here we go.
Oh my. What are we gonna do with them?
Here we go. And so it
Maki
begins.
And Ichino's, they have good points. It's hard to argue with them. And I'm sure each class has their own schemes.
Yo, Karuizawa, got a second?
Now what?
Hey, don't ignore me.
We
I'm talking
already
to you.
starting beef, bro?
Once. Did you get into a fight with Rika before summer break?
What?
Rika who? What are you talking about?
They were on the island the whole
Girl in my
time.
class who wears glasses and puts her hair in buns. Now do you remember her? Out with it.
Can't say that I do. You've got the wrong girl.
The
Nice
hell?
try, but Rika told us what happened. She said that a girl with a ponytail from Class D bullied her.
She was just minding her own business. Then somebody cut in front of her and shoved her aside.
Y'all know what these girls remind me of, bro? These girls remind me of the fucking schoolgirls they be having. Like, it's always the mean group of schoolgirls that they be having in those movies who have the voice and all that shit. That's what this reminds me of, bro. This is ridiculous.
Bad for her, but that wasn't me.
You gotta be kidding
Don't
me.
give us that crap. You should own up to what you did and apologize to her. Let's just get a picture of her and check with Rika.
Don't you dare take my picture!
Ah, shit. Well,
What's wrong with you? Are you crazy? You could have broken her phone.
Well, you can always just get a new one from the school.
And what about my pictures and personal stuff, huh?
Who cares? What do you want?
If you're really innocent, then why are you being so pissy? Let us take a pic.
there's something going on here.
What's your problem?
Would you look at that? She's all shy now.
You're kidding me. Stop freaking out. It's just a picture.
Leave me alone!
Hey, you girls are causing a scene.
Machida.
Okay, now what? There's something going on between those two.
Tears.
This is none of your business, so buzz off, Machida.
Do I need to call a teacher?
Fine, whatever. Come on, let's go.
Oh, right.
There's gonna be more going on between. Oh, this is about to be
Hey,
good.
Do you think that she was telling the truth?
If we had a picture, we could show Rika.
There's something going on.
Me, Machida.
Huh. There's something going on between those two. And of course, Class A is playing it as usual.
If we want to avoid playing into Class A's hands, we need to have open group discussions.
But even then, it's not like the VIP is gonna reveal themselves.
Yeah,
It's
true.
This test is too hard. I'd say that depends on our approach. This is kind of like the last test. While it may seem difficult at first, I just know we'll find a way to overcome it. Whoa, that calories over, right? I just love being on this cruise. Isn't it so fun? Even if we have to sit through these meetings.
This
we can
dude is
still
way
chat,
too.
And we can use our phones as much as we want. I guess it's not so bad. Exactly. We can talk about anything. It must be boring sitting in silence.
She's trying to get more people to start talking so she's going to get clues.
From spending the whole hour talking. Just don't expect us to chime in. After all, who knows what you guys from Class B are plotting?
See,
Sure. Maybe your classmates want to join in.
well,
Obviously not.
she's trying to get people talking so they can get more information. Okay. So far, nothing crazy going on. Nothing. No, so far, nothing. As far as VIPs are concerned, they haven't figured that out. But what is it with those three and her? There had to have been some beef that happened beforehand. Had to be some beef that happened beforehand that we didn't see. Because summer break was basically on that whole island, except for the park beforehand. Unless we about to get a flashback. How much of this episode we got left? Is that it? Okay, I guess that's it. Okay. So that's episode 1. So we got ourselves basically a similar test. We got a similar test to how the island worked. But instead it's with all the classes being involved. So there's a bunch of scenarios that could happen. And the scenario that the Class A is going for is basically the scenario where only they get points. So they want scenario 2. Whereas with Class B, they want scenario 1 and everybody wins, which is a small loss to them. We don't know what Class C is trying to do because they haven't started talking about nothing yet. And Class D is kind of all aboard Class B's plan. So this is going to be pretty interesting to see how this plays out. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how this plays out because the only way the VIPs are going to reveal themselves at this point is if people start talking, which is what everybody's probably trying to get each other to do right now. But hey, I want to know what you guys think. First episode of Season 2, we're cooking. And this is going to be ShinobiEevee signing off. See you guys in the next one.